Hi everyone. It's Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, so it means it's time for Stampin' with Denise. Welcome, welcome. We'll give a second for everybody to find us, because it usually takes a minute for it to pop up in the feed, in their feed. So, everybody have a nice weekend. Had a great weekend. Okay, here. Hi Cheryl, I see you. I'm trying to get this to pop up on my feed and it's not popping up. I don't know. I've been having trouble. Has anyone else been having trouble with getting notified when people go live? I missed a couple of things because I didn't get a notification, so I don't know. Okay, well I can't see. Shoot. Doggone. There we go. Okay. Let me change this. Okay. That. Okay, very good. Well, hi everybody again. Like I said, it's Monday night. It's time to Stampin' with Denise. Hope everyone had a great weekend. I did. It wasn't long enough. I always want one more weekend day so I can craft just a little bit more. If I appreciate you coming and joining me tonight, please take a minute to like and share my video. And once you've shared it, please comment shared below, because there are some security things, and I think if we're not friends, I can't see that you shared, so make sure you comment shared. If you were here last week, we made this cute little card, this little dog card that says Friends Forever, and the winner from sharing last week's video is Cynthia Gallegos. So Cynthia, I know where to find you. I will get this card out to you in the mail as soon as possible. I know you're more a cat person, but you won the dog card. So anyway, I'll be sending that out to you. If the comments are in the way at the bottom, just swipe those over to the right and they'll go away and be out of your way. And then if you want them back, you can swipe it to the left. I don't think there's anything else right now. I'm looking forward to spring here in Michigan. How about you guys? I am going to go ahead and move this up to the holder and we will get started. So anyway, like I said, I'm looking forward to spring getting here. Actually, my husband reminded me that Friday was the first day of spring, or Wednesday's the first day of spring. So I am looking forward to that. Let's see. Can we see this here? Yeah. Some days. Okay. Okay. I got wires and things that don't want to cooperate. Okay, here we go. So in honor of the beginning of spring, let me get my lighting straightened out. Good. Now you can see what I'm doing. We're going to work on some cute 3D packaging for your Easter. So we've got a cute little Easter basket, or spring basket if you'd rather. Cute little container here. They call these sour cream containers, but this could not be easier. And a little box, all made out of cardstock. Isn't that cute? And none of them are hard at all to do. So we're going to get started. I think we're going to start with the little spring basket. I'll try to remember to call it spring basket rather than Easter basket, since not everybody celebrates Easter. So let me grab my paper. I think we're going to make the little basket in Grapefruit Grove. This is using the designer series paper, the Gingham Gala designer series paper. It's very popular. I think it's on back order, but you can still get it. It will come in. You just have to wait a little bit, but it will be there. So these come in 6x6 sheets of paper. There's a small pattern on one side, the larger check on the other side. And you're going to use your scoreboard. If you don't have one of these, they are great. And I know I've told you this before, but we're going to mention again, when you're scoring, if you use your scoreboard and you have your stylus from the board, it has a large end and a small end. And it took me a minute, but the difference is the small end you'd use on something heavier like cardstock. The bigger end is for more like the designer series paper like we're going to use tonight. And another cute tip, another tip that I learned is, I have an old, this is an old soap from a hotel, but if you kind of run your cursor in it, makes it slick and it runs down your paper easier. So that's the one I use for my stylus. I said cursor, but you know what I mean. So anyway, we have the 6x6 piece of designer series paper. We're going to score it at 2 inches and at 4 inches. And then we're going to turn it around 90 degrees and do exactly the same. And for this project, that's all I need that for. So now you have you're in 4 pieces here, or 9 squares. And you know, when you're scoring, the proper way to fold it is to fold it toward the mountain. So I scored it properly. So the next thing you do is, on 2 opposite sides, you're going to cut up on your designer paper on the score lines right up to the next one. So you're just going to cut these here. Probably should have folded it first, but that's okay. This is not a problem. You guys are going to be so surprised. This is so easy. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and fold these now. And this isn't as big a deal as like with cardstock. You know, cardstock's a little stiffer. Requires a little more finesse. So, okay. There we go. Okay, now what we're going to do is use a little, you can use either tear tape. If you still have fast fuse, you could use fast fuse, or you could use Tombow glue. But whenever you're doing 3-dimensional projects, it's best to use something other than snail, because it holds a whole lot better. So what we're going to do is make the 2 sides of the basket by folding it up like that. So I'm going to put some tape across right here. I don't want it too far down. Whoops. But that's okay. I tore that, but that's okay because it'll be hidden. There you go. And I'm going to go ahead and do it on this side too while I'm here. There we go. So everybody knows celebration is just there's just a couple of weeks or so left to celebration, just till the end of the month. So I know that doesn't look very pretty, but it's not going to show, I promise you. So they'll be completely covered up. And then I'm just gonna, I don't know if I can do these backwards like this. You can just kind of put the 2 corners of the sides together like that. And then I'm going to put a little bit of tape right down on that corner there. But I'm not going to do that right now because I don't want to hold you up, but I'll put a little bit right there to hold that. Okay? Then we're going to do the same on the other side. I'll take the backing off of this paper, or off of this tape here. I keep my nails pretty short, so sometimes I have a hard time fighting with the backings on stuff. Okay, There we go. So there's the base to our basket. And again, on this side, I'm going to put another piece to tack it down there, but I don't need to do that right now. So to make the handle, we're going to use some ribbon. I'm going to put the tear tape in there first. Whoops. Okay, there we go. And let's see, on mine, I think I love this white flax ribbon. It is so pretty. I think on mine I used about 7 inches. So, you know, you can go a little shorter, you can go a little longer. If you don't have this ribbon, you could use a piece of coordinating cardstock. You know, a piece of the grapefruit, what's it called? Grapefruit, is it Grapefruit Grove? All of a sudden I'm having a senior moment. Of course, my ink pad is packed away for a shoebox swap I'm going to in a couple evenings. Okay, let's put this on here. So anyway, this is about 7 inches of that flax ribbon. You could have 7 inches of coordinating designer series or cardstock to use. Either way, it works. So now all we have to do is decorate it. We're going to pull out the ever faithful daisy punch, which I love. And punch out 2 daisies. And then out of a piece of coordinating cardstock and a 1/2 inch punch, I'm going to punch out a circle for the center of the daisy. Okay. You want to curl the flowers a little, the petals a little bit. Be careful, it's easy to tear the petals when you do that if you pull too hard, so I try to hold around down by the base there. We'll do both of those. This project would be really good for a Sunday school, a classroom, things like that. Okay, now we're gonna attach the 2 flowers that we punched out together. We're gonna adhere those together with using dimensionals. And just kind of staggering the petals like that. And then we're gonna put the center on with a dimensional. Right in the center like that. Put one on the back to attach it. And there you go. You could put a little sentiment on there if you wanted to. We've got that set, that double set that has a lot of small sentiments on there. You could put those on, you know, stamp those and punch those out, but I think that looks really cute just like that is. So anyway, there's a little basket. Is that simple? And I probably should say that the person chosen to win the project for sharing the video usually gets the card I made. These being 3-dimensional projects, they are a little harder to send, so I may end up sending you some cards or something like that. If you're local, I can get these to you, I'll do that. But if you're not local, I will probably just send you some cards. Okay, the next thing I think we'll work on is the box. And it's so much simpler than you could even imagine. Okay, so this is a piece of the Highland Heather. Yes, Highland Heather. And this is 8.5 by 8.5. And all these dimensions are going to be on the under the video when I'm done. So you don't need to rush to write them down. Okay, so what we're going to do at 2.5, going to score this again, 2.5 inches. Actually, this end we could use the small end because we are working on DSP. So I'll do it for the next one here. And you're going to do 2.5 on all 4 sides. 2.5. There we go. And while we have the scoreboard out, we're going to do the Designer Series paper for the top, and we're going to score that at 1.25 on all 4 sides using the large end of the stylus. Okay, there we go. We are done with that. So just like we did on our little basket, we're going to cut up the sides here on opposite sides. Just like that. Fold those. And fold that. Okay. And then what we'll do is we'll fold these corners in, or these edges in like that, and adhere them. Something I like to do sometimes is just take a little wedge out of these side pieces so that sometimes it helps them fit just a little bit better. So you're not struggling. Gives you just a little bit of wiggle room there. Make sure you get them all. So, again, where's my, there we go. There's my tear tape. So, this would be a cute little box for a small piece of jewelry, maybe that was a gift, or a small toy. Put some Easter grass in it. You could put it, you know, and then put some candy and a small gift in it. I'm just going to take this off the tape, or the backing off the tape. Then you're just going to fold these so that they are even. There you go, just like that. And see, so taking that little piece that I took out just lets it, so you're not running up against the exact, you know, edge. It gives you a little bit of clearance there. There we go. And, oops, got the other side. I thought I was done. There we go. There's our lid. I'll get my trash out of the way, and we'll start on the base. And really, the base is just the same as the top. You know what though? I'm gonna fold this before I folded it the wrong way. I said to fold toward the mountain. I'm gonna do this before I cut on the cardstock. There we go. I am looking forward to Easter, or spring, I guess to say. I do not like cold weather at all. So anyway, like I was saying, this is almost the end of celebration, the end of the month. So if there's anything you think that you you want to get this. This is kind of last call for everything. I'm going to take that little wedge out of here. Okay, and we'll be putting that together much the same way as we did the other items. Okay, so my tape is right here. Put this right here. You know what, since this is a cardstock, I'm going to go ahead and put a couple of pieces on it of tape. Okay. Oh shoot. Tape tried to roll away from me. That would not have been pretty. Okay, there we go. And much like we did with the others, take this off. Go. Okay. Oh yeah, and I want to show you a cute bag I made. Meant to show you that in the beginning and I totally forgot. I made it out of some of that cute butterfly paper that's free during Celebration. Made the most darling bag. And as soon as we're almost done with this one, and then when we get to, I'll show you that before we close out. There we go. There we are. Put the last sides of our box together. There we go. There we go. Fits a little tight, but not bad. There's our box. And where did my ribbon go? Here it is. And for this box, I used 20-inch piece of ribbon. So this is 16 and 20. If you're good at tying bows, you could tighten a bow, but I'm do better with square knots, so. Okay, there's that. Worked out pretty well. Probably could have gone away 19 inches, but that's okay. Ribbon's cheap, huh? There we go. And again, another daisy for the top. We'll punch out a couple more of these. Make it. Another piece here. And you know, while I'm here, I think I'm going to punch out the daisies for the next one, and then I'll be done with that. There we go. Hold on. And one more. There we go. Good. So I have those for the next project too. And just like the last one, we cut out a piece of coordinating cardstock with the 1/2-inch punch. Cut that out from the center. And curl our petals. I like that daisy punch. I kind of hope it stays around another, I don't remember if it's been around for 1 year already or 2. But, you know, the end of our annual catalog and the Occasions catalog is coming soon. That'll be at the end of May, just the very beginning of June. So if there's something in one of those catalogs that you really want and would be very sad to not get, I would suggest you get that soon, because once they announce the retiring list, things tend to sell out very quickly. And especially like things like re-inkers go very quickly. So most of my customers who are on my Facebook page and get my emails, I've been already talking about this for a few weeks now. So don't wait, don't miss out. So okay, we're going to put this daisy on there just like we did the other one. And again, you could stamp and punch out a small sentiment and use dimensionals to attach it to, you know, also to the box, but I decided I'd just leave the daisy as is and go like that. Okay, final thing we are working on is the really cute, they call this a sour cream container. Okay, and I already know I forgot to get out my baker's twine, so I will have to do that. Oh, well. Okay, so that's all done. And on this one, again, it's another 6x6 piece of the Designer Series paper. Put that there so you can see that. And you're going to put tape on 3 of the 4 sides. So, like I said, this paper is, or this tape is great. I love the paper too. I wish it was one that they would carry over, but they don't usually carry over Designer Series paper. In my time as a demonstrator, which isn't, I think I'm going to be 3 years in June, the only thing they've carried over is the wood grain Designer Series paper. So this is something that you might want to stock up on if it's something that you really like, and I do. Okay, so what you're going to do is remove the tape from one side, and you're going to roll it together like this. So let's see. Oh, you know what? On this one I use the small side, but that's okay, I guess. So what's nice is with the lines on this paper, you can use that to line it up straight. So that's pretty darn good there. Okay. There you go. Okay. Crazy, silly thing. Okay, so then what you're going to do is you're going to bend one of the ends to close this way, and then you're going to bend this end to close like this. Okay, so we'll go ahead and take the tape off. There we go. Burnish that together. Now whatever you're going to put in it, of course you want to put in it before you seal it all up. Actually, you know what? If I'm going to give this to somebody, I'm not going to seal that up, but we're going to pretend it's sealed up, okay? For all intents and purposes. And then again, just like we did, and I'm not going to make a third daisy. Y'all have seen how to make the daisy. So you would make the daisy, attach it on here, and on here is just wrapped a length of baker's twines, wrapped around a couple times in a little bow. That's it. So it's really easy to make. I'm not going to seal that up in case I end up, someone local wins and gets it, then that way they can use it. Once I seal it up, you kind of can't use it. Let me get that bag and show you what I made real quick. Hang on. So anyway, this is the bag I wanted to show you. Oops, let me get the thank you tag is hanging here. But I made this using our paper, our free paper from Celebration. And this uses two 12 by 12 pieces of paper, and I think it makes the cutest bag. Then I used black embossing powder, embossed that, added a little butterfly to go with the motif, and some of the gems from the I think it's the Love What You Do suite. And then I used some of the velvet ribbon for handles. And that makes a nice size bag. So that's two 12 by 12 pieces of paper. You can reinforce the bottom if you're going to put something a little heavier in it. But for what I'm using, I don't need to. So anyway, I just thought I would share that with you, and I hope you liked tonight's spring/Easter projects, the little Easter baskets or spring baskets, the little boxes, and of course the sour cream container. So please share my video, comment that you shared, and you just might win something. If you're local, you can win the 3D projects. If you're distance, it'll probably be cards, and I'll pick out some special cards for you. So I appreciate y'all watching, and I will see you next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Take care, everybody, and happy spring. Bye now.